I'm teaching them not to lose their lunch money.
How about telling your teachers?
Hello. What was going on in Dwight's individual life? Christina wanted her children, Cody and Ryan, to be admitted to a reputable school, so Dwight went with her to see it. The school's distinctive curriculum placed a strong emphasis on collaboration and avoided making any kind of peer comparisons. The school administrator informed Dwight and Christina that the children were not required to keep score when participating in sports and that, in a play, each child was given an equal opportunity to play a role, preventing any child from feeling inferior to or less significant than their peers. Dwight didn't see how keeping the kids in such an idealized setting would benefit them in the actual world because he was from a very different school of thought. Dwight questioned the officials about how they teach their children to be street smart. He was interested in finding out if Cody and Ryan would gain social skills and understand how the real world works. Christina advised her father to soften his attitude and avoid giving the administrator a negative impression. Despite the extremely low admission rate, Christina was adamant that her children attend the school. Later, in episode 5 of Tulsa King, we saw that Mitch began going to Donnie's vehicle sales store to find out more information about the industry. Dwight's sister, Joanna, also expressed a desire to be involved in the business and felt she had some innovative ideas that might help Bodie's marijuana parlor succeed. Tyson approached Dwight after the man had attempted to kill him and inquired as to when he was fighting Bill Bevilacqua. However, Dwight informed him that he had no such plans and didn't want to waste his time and money on such a risky endeavor. Although Dwight opposed going to war, his opponents did not hold the same opinions. At all means, they desired to defeat him and seize control of Tulsa. What made Vince desire to get together? As we saw in Season 2, Episode 4, Vince now desired to hold a gathering where everyone could relax and converse in peace. Vince spoke with Bevilacqua after Chicky passed out in the previous episode. Bevilacqua wanted to know how New York was going to react to Dwight. Vince felt they were very well out of alternatives other than calm negotiations. In Episode 5, Vince told Chicky the same thing. Although he was willing to talk, Chicky didn't think that would improve their circumstances. Vince called Goody and asked him to invite Dwight to a gathering in Atlanta. Goody told Dwight about it, and it's possible that we'll see the once friends turned enemies getting together under one roof in Episode 6. There wouldn't be a happy ending, in my opinion, because Chicky and Bevilacqua's hatred for Dwight would have overwhelmed everything. Additionally, it was made quite evident in Episode 5 that Vince did not think well of Chicky. He disliked Chicky going about his daily activity. The fact that the man was unable to control his alcohol angered him. Vince was starting to realize that Dwight Manfredi was the only one among them who wasn't driven by impulse, so maybe in the future, like Goody, he might also decide to switch sides. What transpired between Thresher and Dwight? Once again, Armand was delinquent in his payments, and when Tyson showed up to demand their share, he gave him nothing. Dwight may have known that Armand and Thresher were on favorable terms, but he was unaware that the former had stolen money from Thresher. Armand was becoming close to Thresher. Margaret's stable was the place where Dwight and Thresher first met. Margaret intervened to ease their heated argument. Margaret informed Dwight that Thresher was a very self-centered, insecure man. When it came to his personal and professional lives, he was also highly possessive. To Dwight's face, Thresher told him that he wouldn't grant his requests. Subsequently, in Thresher's Men's Episode 5 of Season 2, the hydroponic farm's machinery was destroyed. Arriving just in time, Dwight and his guys gave Thresher's goons a severe beating and imparted some valuable life lessons. When Dwight and Margaret went on a date later that night, the restaurant manager stopped by to say that Thresher had provided some of their best champagne. It was then that Dwight realized that Thresher would not go down without a fight. Additionally, Thresher called Bevilacqua at the conclusion of Tulsa King Season 2, Episode 5, and asked him to team up. Thresher and Jackie, his companion, were not pleased and frequently disagreed. I think that a change of allegiance is in order in the upcoming episodes, and many people may be seen switching sides. It would